Hey everyone, it's Daunter, and the title of this video is not misleading. I don't think if I put the title of the video as what I'm planning on making the title of the video, I have a Google Doc prepared right here. It's called "The Problem with Paradise Dragona," and it says number one, missed opportunities; number two, waifu reliance; and number three, missed opportunities again. Okay, Paradise Dragona was a set that was relatively recently revealed. All the cards have been revealed, and I haven't done a review on the set yet, so this is my video reviewing the set. So the title of the video might be a little bit misleading because I say the problem with Paradise Dragona. I will get to it in a second, but let me talk about the actual main set and like some of the secret rares that I actually quite like. Um, I'm looking over the set list. There are a lot of good artworks by artists that I actually quite enjoy, like for example Tomokazu Kumiya, Tetsukayama, Akiragawa, Kawayu with a very nice looking Kyurem EX. We have a pretty nice looking Latias EX. We have very cute looking Flygon evolution line with a cool looking Stellar Terra type Flygon. We got another Kawayu artwork with a Skarmory. We have a cool looking Archelodon EX. We have a nice looking Golden Go here. You got a really cool looking Dialga in my opinion, and a cool looking Palkia. A very cute looking Turtonator. I like the art style of that one. Um, and yeah, that's about it for the main set. I like this Terra Cyclozar and I like the Terra Alolan Executor. Um, but yeah, let's just move on to the secret rares, okay? So the first cards that we had revealed for the set are two of the special illustration rare Pokemon, which were the Latias right here. Oh my gosh, it's not going to pull up. It's the Latias special illustration rare and the Alolan Executor special illustration rare. I think that a lot of people really like the Latias a lot, and I do too. I also really I don't mind the Executor either, to be honest with you. And obviously they're the poster children of the set because they're on the booster pack and the booster box. Um, as we got more and more reveals though, the set like kind of fleshed out a little bit, and it had me thinking like, I mean, I know that this is supposed to be a dragon type set, but where are all the dragons? Like, I know this sounds kind of like funny, like kind of cheesy almost, but I think the best art rares in this set are not the dragon type art rares. Like, so let's go through all the art rares, okay? So you have Execute. This is a cute one. I don't mind having it in a set. The Shiinotic is a Pokemon who's not really super popular, so it is fine to like totally fine to get an art rare. And the cast form it's got to be one of the like better artworks in like this whole Scarlet and Violet era. And it is a new artist, so go figure, right? I really like their style. It's very lively. You have multiple Pokemon in it, and just like the idea of it is really solid. And I think they do a really good job executing it. Probably my favorite art rare in the set, honestly. We have Bruxish, not a Pokemon that anyone was clamoring to get an art rare. But I think Mitsuhiro does a pretty decent job with the artwork of this Pokemon. If it were to get an art rare, I guess this is the best we're gonna get probably. Then you got a Cetitan, kind of a random Pokemon to throw into the Dragon type set. But I don't mind the artwork. I like Jerky's artwork and I like the Whalmers in it. The Latios art rare is quite nice by Okacheke. This also goes with the Latios. They kind of pair together. Except it's kind of weird because the Latios is an EX alt art. This one is just an art rare, so one of them is textured and one of them isn't, which doesn't really make that much sense. They should have either both been art rares or both been alt arts. That would have made a lot more sense. The Vibrava is a very cute looking dragon type Pokemon, so you kind of get you get the idea of dragon type in this artwork, and it's cute. It's a little slice of life moment by Toriufu. I like the artist and I like the artwork. This one is also one of my favorite ones in the set. This is the Clobopus by USG Men, the same artist as the Bubble Mew from 151, or not 151, Paldean Fates. I'll throw it up on the screen. Um, just a lot of character in this card, just like a lot of like personality. It's just a very funny looking card for a Pokemon that you wouldn't expect. Definitely going to be the best Clobopus card that we ever get, most likely. And I like it. Um, I think he's like looking for buried treasure. Pretty sure actually that's what I'm looking at here. But yeah, I think it's really cute. I really like it a lot. We have the Skarmory by Takumi Wada. Takumi Wada is a really great artist. They did the Aegis art rare from Paradox Rift. I'll throw it on the screen again. Um, I think that this card looks really, really nice. Almost kind of realistic, but the clouds are very nicely painted. I'm a really big fan of this art rare a lot. Um, and then we have Flapple, right? And Appleton. Now, I think Pokemon is really, really trying to push these Pokemon onto us. Like, we're supposed to really love them. Every single one of the Flapple line, or not Flapple line, every single one of the Diplin line, what's the base form? Applin. Applin, that's what it's called. Every single one of them has an art rare now. which is a little ridiculous. There's an Applin art rare, there's a Diplin art rare, there's a Hydrapple special art rare, there's a Flapple art rare, and an Appleton art rare. It's a little excessive, honestly. I don't think we really needed art rares for all of those Pokemon, especially when there's some Pokemon that really should have gotten it more. Like, and this is the point in the video where I get a little bit ranty, a little unfortunately. This is kind of on the theme with the whole missed opportunities thing. Let's just finish off the art rares though with the Braviary art rare, which is a really, really nice looking artwork by Kapow. I'm a really big fan of this one. I like the very nice painted style. I'm a really big fan of Kapow's artwork, so they're very recent artists, but I think that they're doing a really good job. But yeah, let's just talk about these art rares really quickly. So let's look at the main set for Paradise Dragona, and let's look at some of the other options that we could have had. Um, there are a couple Pokemon in this set that I really don't know if we really needed art rares for. I think the only one that really makes sense to keep out of all these ones is like maybe Bruxish, but Shiinotic makes sense, I think, because Shiinotic hasn't gotten a really good card in a really long time. Cetitan is a very recent Pokemon, Gen 9, so there's a lot of opportunity to put Cetitan in another set. Bruxish is probably the only chance it was going to get in a set. These three are perfectly fine. Cast Form, Bruxish, and Shiinotic. I'm actually okay with them being in the set. But Cetitan, honestly, there's a lot of room for that Pokemon to be in another set. And then I'm pretty upset with Flapple and Appleton. And that's 3 out of 12 of the art rares. That's 1/4 of them. That's a little bit unfortunate, honestly. Though there wasn't really a lot of room to make nice looking art rares for the rest of the Pokemon in the set. Um, I think a lot of the ones that we could have gotten would have probably disappointed people. Um, I do think like Landorus could have had a pretty decent looking art rare. But, this is the Dragon set after all. I think Altaria would have made a pretty okay art rare, even though we already have a special art rare of Altaria. But the ones that I'm really upset over are Dialga and Palkia, because they put two really nice looking holo Dialga and Palkias in the set and no art rares or no representation for them. Oh, and they chose Appleton and Flapple over them is a little ridiculous to me. Like, I don't know. I know this is kind of weird, kind of ranty, kind of unfortunate, and it's not really like me because I really don't like making negative videos, but these are just my thoughts on the set. I think that the set itself is perfectly fine. And like I said, I think that the artworks in the set are fantastic. I have nothing against the artworks in the set, but I think that they really, really missed the mark by not giving Dialga and Palkia both art rares that connected to each other in some way, or, I know that we already had a bunch of like Gen 4 representation with the Sword and Shield era, but those are like the origin forms. These are kind of different. And in my opinion, like I just don't really know why they throw them in the set like this and not really give them anything. It kind of seems pointless. I mean, like Flapple and Appleton, in my opinion, they just don't really deserve them because they've gotten so much appreciation, so much love already, and it just feels a little weird. And we're also going to get to some more stuff in a little bit right here. Like right now. I'm going to get to it right now, actually. So after the art rares, we have a couple pretty nice looking full arts, actually. I really like the Black Kyurem full art with the lightning in the background. Kind of reminds me of like a Team Plasma kind of style effect. The Latios full art is also pretty nice looking. I like the teal background. It's nice. Teal is one of my favorite colors, so I'm biased. The Flygon full art actually looks really nice too. I like the colors a lot. I like his pose. It's pretty dynamic, which is good. The Archaludon full art I actually really like. I really like the colors in the background. I really like his pose, and I like how he's like looking down. Um, a good looking full art in my personal opinion. The Lone Executor, it's kind of like whatever, right? He's just kind of standing there. I don't know. It's not really appealing to me. The Cyclosaur is okay though. I like how he's like looking up into the distance. Not super dynamic or anything, but it's cool. I don't mind it. We get him the full art trainers. Drayton, perfectly fine. He makes sense to be in a dragon set. Surfer, I mean, I really am not a fan of this card, but whatever, right? Drasna, cool, I guess. And then the Alicia, which is everyone's humongous chase out of the set. Um, what is it? It's like $200 or something on eBay. A little ridiculous to me. And this is something about me that I think I should let you guys know. As a Pokemon fan, I'm a big fan of Pokemon itself, not really the trainers that reside in it. And I was really fine in the Sword and Shield era when we just had full art trainers. Um, and now in the Scarlet and Violet era, how we have full art trainers and special illustration rare trainers, and we get 2 of them every set is a little, I don't know, it's a little ridiculous to me. Um, I think that if they wanted to do that, it would make more sense if they did 2 trainers and 4 Pokemon instead of 2 trainers and 3 Pokemon. Just because that's almost the same amount of trainers as Pokemon in a set, and like when I look at a Pokemon set, I want the Pokemon, right? Like, for example, I think that an era that did this really well was the black and white era. Those full art trainers are coveted. Like they're expensive, and there are not a lot of full art trainers in a set. I think there's like one, maybe two in a set. So they didn't really get a lot of representation. But the representation that they did get, like people were super hyped over the full art trainers because there's only one or two in a set, and they were pretty hard to pull. Now full art trainers are worth nothing. All art trainers are the new boom. Why do full art trainers even exist anymore? You know, like I don't know. That's just my opinion. I talked about the Latios and the Executor already. I think they're pretty nice. Now the Archaudon EX. The alt art is it's not bad. I don't hate it. And the thing is, with me, Archaudon is actually one of my favorite Pokemon, like in the DLC, because I really liked Duraludon before. I have a collection of every single Duraludon card ever printed, um, and I like the Pokemon. I think he's a Pokemon that nobody else really likes, so I'm happy to like him because he's not super expensive. His cards aren't very pricey, and I obviously was happy to see that Duraludon got an evolution in the DLC. Uh, and I really, really like that art rare Duraludon, Archaudon in the previous set. This one is just not really doing it for me, honestly. I think that there's just not really enough happening. I can really give a pass to the artist Shinya Mizuno, because this is I think their second card, um, which is cool. I'm really happy about the fact that they're, illustrating cards for the TCG because I love illustrators, and that's my whole thing is that I love all the illustrations. And this isn't really up to the illustrator, you know? I don't hate this card at all. If Shinya like worked on, a different alt art for a different Pokemon, then I would be happy with that. It's honestly all up to Pokemon at the end of the day. I have nothing against or creatures or whatever it is. It's not up to these artists, and it's not really their fault if they give us like a lackluster looking artwork. It's not their fault. Like I really do not mind this artwork at all, and I think that Archaudon itself looks very nicely detailed. Like I think it looks pretty nice. Um, I think it looks pretty good. But I just think that there's just an underlying issue with the Pokemon that they chose for this set. Um, you know, I don't know. And then you have the Executor, and then you have the all art trainers. So you have Drayton, which I think is pretty cool. It's pretty cute. I think it's like interesting, intriguing. It deserves to be an all art, right? I think it's fine. And then you have the Lycia, which sure, yeah, it deserves to be an all art too. But this is like my underlying issue, right? Like, do you really need three gold cards and five all arts? Like, I think that like they should really adjust how Scarlet and Violet works, because the way that it's been going is these Pokemon that really deserve an alt art, like specifically Flygon and Black Kyurem. Like Black Kyurem hasn't gotten anything since Cosmic Eclipse, and now to just give him a regular full art EX that people are not going to really care about, it's going to be worth like $2 or $3. Same with Flygon. People love Flygon. I love Flygon. I think he's one of my favorite Dragon type Pokemon of all time. And for him to get nothing, it's kind of sucks. Even Cyclizar, right? Cyclizar is a new Pokemon. He's fresh in people's minds. I think that people would be happy if he got really nice looking artwork, but unfortunately, it's just not possible now. Like this set is already decided. Like it's already decided what's going on and what they're putting in the set, and that's just unfortunate. I think that they're just missing out on a little bit of like spice that this set could have really flourished in. Obviously, I'm really hopeful for Surging Sparks because there's going to be another set called Supercharged Breaker, which we don't really know a lot about. So I'm excited for that. And I was actually really happy about Stellar Crown because Stellar Crown has a lot of really nice looking artworks in it. And I think this set has a lot of really nice looking artworks too. But I just had some personal gripes with it. Yeah, sorry, I kind of went on a little bit of a rant, but I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.